Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Sounds of Shay. Your place for motivation, inspiration, and the power of God's Word. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. And please subscribe, like, and share my channel. I want to apologize that I have not been on here. I was sick last week. I could not do a video if you paid me to. So I just took the week and got myself together. I'm still slightly hoarse. Outside of that, I feel like 98% better, just so that you know that. But I just wanted to say hello. It got cold in St. Louis again today. It was snowing this morning. 3114 day was absolutely beautiful outside. It was about 70 degrees. Then we had a tornado, and then that was that. Then it's just been cooling off ever since. But next week we're supposed to be hot again. But you know, that's how St. Louis is. Anyway, today we're going to dive into dangerous prayers, the kind of prayers that shake the heavens and move mountains. These prayers aren't safe or comfortable. They are bold, daring, and full of faith. Look at these three powerful examples straight from the Bible, New Living Translation, of course. The first one is from 1 Kings 17:1, where Elijah boldly declares to King Ahab, "As surely as the Lord thy God of Israel lives, the God I serve, there will be no dew or rain for the next few years or until I give word." Can you imagine being so confident in God that you tell him ain't no rain gonna come for the next few years? Like not a drop, not even dew. It's not going to get wet outside. That is unbelievable. Um, why do I feel like I'm looking away from the camera? I can't figure that out. I'll get that together in a minute. Um, he was standing on God's authority, is what Elijah was doing. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm so confident. That's how my God gonna do." And so sometimes dangerous prayers mean trusting God even when the outcome is risky. Joshua is another one who had a dangerous prayer. That guy is going to come from Joshua 10:12 through 13. Um, he asked God to make the sun stand still, and it stood still. The rain and now the sun, craziness. Um, the moon stopped and the sun just stayed in place. He gave him a few extra minutes, that's crazy if you're in the middle of a war and if it gets dark, it's a matter of life and death. So God just makes the sun stay out. That's amazing. Like to see God move like that, it has to be unbelievable. Like when you're in that moment, how can you not be in awe of like, wow, God, you did that. You know what I mean? So that's just really the power of having a bold prayer, is just asking God to defy natural laws, because you know that he's greater than science, he's greater than time, and he's greater than logic. What's impossible? What's an impossible situation that you're facing right now? Maybe it's a time for the sun to stand still in prayer. And then you have Hannah, who was a woman of God who was barren, and she was asking the Lord for a child. And she finally got to the temple, and she started praying for her baby, and she was praying so much that the priest thought that she was drunk, and he realized that she was in deep anguish when she was praying. And she asked the Lord to open up her womb and give her a child, but she would give back to the Lord. She was so confident that she was going to get one. She said, "I'm going to give them back to you." And that in itself, so you got the clouds being shut up, and so no rain for years until he spoke a word. And then you have Joshua, who asked the sun to stop, and Hannah, who was asking for a baby. Not that these are very over the top. They are very over the top prayers that you can pray. I would have never imagined asking the Lord to stop time for me. Because I would have asked God to stop time so I could spend more time with my mommy. You know what I mean? Like just for a little while longer, Lord. You know, just little stuff. I mean, it's a huge thing. It's not little stuff, but that's just in general, you know, just some prayers to be considerate of when you're asking and going through stuff. I can say for myself personally, the prayer I prayed when I was first diagnosed with lupus, this had to be 2008, and I was at work and my feet started swelling up. I didn't think anything of it. A little bit later, my pants were too tight, so I had to unfasten those. Then I had to unsnap my bra. By the time I got off work, I couldn't even put my feet back into my shoes. So I walked to my car barefoot, went home, tried on all of my clothes. I couldn't fit anything. So I ended up leaving in my husband at the time, his house shoes, and I had a muumuu on. I drove to my mother's house and said, hey, we got to go to the hospital. Something's wrong. And they determined that I had nephrotic syndrome, which means my kidneys were losing all the protein out of it. And it caused me to swell up really huge. And it got to the point where I wasn't even able to walk. My children were pushing me across the hall from my bedroom to the bathroom in a computer chair, desk chair. And I would get on the toilet and I would sit there until my knees would pretty much go numb. Then I would get enough strength up to pull myself up for them to push me back into my bedroom. But the medicine that they gave me made me have to use the bathroom. So I just laid there and I was like, listen here, God, either you gonna heal me or you'll let me die. But I'm not taking this medicine like this. It's not good for me. I cannot go back and forth to the bathroom like I need to. I'm too young for this. I don't want my children to remember me this way. And so that was it. I was just like, either heal me or let me die. I know that's a crazy prayer when I think of it now. Like, Dad got asked to die. You know what I mean? But it was just like, I can't do this. This can't be my life. And God decided to heal me. So that was the first thing he healed me from, was from having nephrotic syndrome. He cured my lupus. I have not had an issue with lupus since 2010, I'm gonna say. And I have been doing great. You know what I mean? I have plenty of stories of how the Lord has healed me. But that was the first instance for me, second instance for me, that he healed my body and allowed me to move on and go forward. So, you know, I just wanted to make sure I shared this story with you because we were talking about big, bodacious prayers. And this is something my pastor talked about. And these stories stuck out to me. In his story, he was talking about it. And I just wanted to piggyback and get on here and share that with you. So what is your dangerous prayer today? Are you ready to pray bold prayers like Elijah, Joshua, and Hannah? Prayers that stretch your faith, push you past your comfort zone, and invite God into the impossible. If this message spoke to your heart today, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Let's build a community of faith and boldness. And drop a comment and let me know some of your big bodacious prayers that you've prayed or how God has come through. Share your testimonies with me. I would greatly appreciate that. Anyway, I just wanted to say, until next time, thank you so much for listening to The Sounds of Shay. I love you. I love you. I love you. Have an amazing day. I'll talk to you all next week.